Hello and welcome back to Socialism Sunday. This is the series where I tell you about a different story in Against the Current, a Socialist Journal a week in the hopes that you go check it out. The story that we will be highlighting this week is called A Dissident's Dilemma, and it's about Albert Maltz's rediscovered novel titled The Eyewitness Report, and this article was written by Patrick Chura. So anyway, this novel starts with the story of 8 protesters during Prague Spring. And Prague Spring was a movement in Czechoslovakia that was against the stricter Soviet style of socialism in favor of a socialism that was more rooted in humanity and human-centered values. 2 of the real-life protesters in this event, one of whom was named Natalia Gorbanevskaya and the other called Viktor Feinberg, were later confined to psychiatric hospitals for their actions during Prague Spring, and this was the bureaucracy's method of dealing with political dissidents. This event is the inciting point of the novel, and this is when our main character begins to tackle difficult philosophical, moral conundrums. And despite Albert Maltz's commitment to keep faith with victims of political violence, this novel was actually blacklisted by US publishers at the time. The excuse given by the publishers that blacklisted this novel is that somebody that actually experienced Prague Spring should probably write about it. But Albert Maltz knew that he could find solidarity with the protesters during Prague Spring because of his experiences as part of the Hollywood 10. The Hollywood 10, if you didn't know, and I didn't before reading this article, but the Hollywood 10 were a group of film industry people who challenged the House of Un-American Activities Committee, which was McCarthyist in nature, and is where McCarthyism gets its name. So they challenged that in 1947 and were blacklisted from the industry because of it. And though you can purchase Albert Maltz's story today, his experience with being blacklisted actually teaches us a lot about solidarity. The experiences that Maltz had throughout his life taught him that fascism was fascism, whether it came from Nazi Germany, the Soviet Union, or the United States. And this is a very powerful reminder as we experience a new wave of political and free speech repression in the United States. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you want to read the article in full, go to this link. If you made it this far, you probably liked what you heard, so chances are you'll like to read the whole thing. And while you're there, you can check out even more from Against the Current, and have a great rest of your day.